Hello again. At the end of the First World War, a new territory of Palestine was created from part of the old Ottoman Empire. The League of Nations, an earlier incarnation of the present United Nations, awarded control of this territory to Britain, who were given a mandate to administer Palestine. This is why we talk, of course, of Mandate Palestine. The thumbnail to this video shows the extent of the Palestine which Britain had a mandate over. There had not until this time ever been a country of Palestine, and it was the League of Nations which brought it into being. This map shows Palestine as it was in April 1920. About none of this is there any dispute whatsoever, and viewers can go off and look it up in history books and they will see exactly what happened. This was the territory which was to be shared by Jews and Arabs. Obviously, there was going to be friction between the Jewish settlers and the Arabs living in the region, and so the British did something which many people regard as very sensible. They cut off 80% of Palestine and gave it wholly to the Arabs. That's that part of Palestine which lies to the east of the River Jordan, right the way up to Iraq. Jews were forbidden to settle there. To this very day, 80% of Palestine is an exclusively Arab nation, where no Jews live and Jews are not allowed to settle there. This was, some would say, a very fair division of the land into a purely Arab Palestine, which was given a great majority of the territory, and a very small piece of land along the Mediterranean. This was the two-state solution, a land for the Palestinian Arabs and another for the Jewish settlers. The Jews shared their part of the territory with Arabs, but as time went on, it became clear that there were plans to drive the Jews off even that 20% of Palestine in which they were settling. This has led to various wars, including the one being fought at the moment. This then is the situation. 80% of Palestine is an entirely Arab nation with no Jews at all living there. But now the idea of some Palestinians is that the Jews should be driven from that piece of land which remains to them. This is what is meant by the chant, "From the river to the sea." The Arabs are not content with 80% of Palestine, they want 100% of it. The two-state solution has already been tried and it was put into practice over 100 years ago, in 1920. The Arabs right now have 80% of Palestine exclusively, but they want the rest of it. When you hear people talking now of a two-state solution, they are really suggesting that the small part of Palestine left after the British chopped off 80% should now be further reduced, and with luck the Jews will eventually be squeezed out of the region entirely.